Cybersecurity Today is brought to you by CDW Canada Tech Talks. If you're passionate about technology and innovation, this is the podcast for you. Join host KJ Burke as he and industry experts dive into the latest trends, insights, and strategies shaping the tech landscape in Canada. Don't miss out. Visit CDW/Tech Talks to tune in today. There's a link in the show notes. The FBI arrests an Alabama man in connection to SEC social media hacks. Open source large language model tools are primed to sniff out Python zero-day. Golden chickens lay more eggs in their malware. These stories and much more on Cybersecurity Today. The FBI in the U.S. have arrested a man in Athens, Alabama, accused of helping to hack the Securities and Exchange Commission's account on X, formerly known as Twitter, earlier this year. The arrest is the first concrete indication of who might have been behind the incident, which caused significant turmoil in the financial and cryptocurrency sectors. In January, the SEC's X account was compromised and a post was published falsely announcing that national exchanges had been approved to list Bitcoin exchange-traded funds. At the time, the SEC was actively deliberating such approvals, making the fake post highly plausible and triggering a brief spike in Bitcoin's price by $1,000 or more. Officials later revealed that the hack resulted from a SIM swap attack, where the attacker took control of a phone number linked to an SEC device. Today, federal investigators arrested Eric Council Jr. in connection with the hack. He's accused of working with others to take over the @SecGov account and post false information in the name of SEC Chair Gary Gensler. According to an unsealed indictment, Council obtained personal information about an SEC-linked individual through his co-conspirators, used it to create fake ID cards, and visited an AT&T store to acquire a SIM card tied to the victim's phone number. The Department of Justice noted that Council's subsequent internet searches were highly suspicious, including phrases such as SecGov hack, Telegram SIM swap, and how can I know for sure if I'm being investigated by the FBI? Bit of a dead giveaway on that last one. He's expected to make his first appearance in an Alabama court later today. No further details have been released regarding Council's alleged accomplices. Researchers from Seattle-based Protect AI are set to release a free open-source tool called Vulnerabilities that can find zero-day vulnerabilities in Python codebases using Anthropic's Claude AI model. Announced at the No Hat Security Conference in Italy on Saturday, Vulnerabilities aims to enhance how zero days are detected in Python projects. The tool, developed by lead AI threat researcher Dan McInerney, automatically identifies project files likely to handle remote user input. Claude AI then analyzes these files for potential vulnerabilities and for each identified risk uses a specific prompt to examine the entire call chain from user input to server output. McInerney claims that this approach reduces false positives and negatives by providing a full view of the code rather than analyzing isolated snippets. Vulnerabilities' unique approach has allowed it to uncover over a dozen zero-day vulnerabilities in popular open-source Python projects, including issues like local file inclusion, server-side request forgery, and remote code execution. So far, the vulnerabilities were found in projects such as GPT_academic, Comfy UI, Fast Chat, and Ragflow. Vulnerabilities uses a static analyzer to help generate proof-of-concept exploits with a confidence score from 1 to 10. The tool's reliance on AI models like Claude make it more effective at identifying complex vulnerabilities than traditional static analyzers, although using the Claude API comes with some associated costs. The researchers did try this with GPT-4o, but they claim they didn't get the same results. According to McInerney, Vulnerabilities' release will mark the first time a large language model-based tool has successfully discovered zero days in the wild. The researchers hope to encourage further improvements to the tool through community contributions, with Vulnerabilities expected to be made available on GitHub. Protect AI also invites bug hunters to test the tool on open source projects listed on its bug bounty platform, hunter.com. While VulnHunter currently only supports Python, one could hope that either this or similar tools will continue to evolve to help reduce zero-day threats. And under the heading of Busted, Brian Krebs reported that last Wednesday, the U.S. government arrested and charged two Sudanese brothers who were accused of running Anonymous Sudan, a cybercrime business linked to distributed denial-of-service attacks, which included dozens of hospitals, news websites, and cloud providers. The younger of the two brothers is facing charges that could land him in prison for life, as he allegedly was seeking to kill people with his attacks. And Elvadas Remisakis, a man from Lithuania, pleaded guilty for scamming Facebook and Google out of $122 million between 2013 and 2015 by sending them fake invoices. Posing as a legitimate company with which both tech giants had previously done business, Remisakis sent fraudulent invoice requests. Believing that the invoices were legitimate, Facebook reportedly paid $99 million and Google $23 million, transferring the funds to bank accounts controlled by Remisakis in Latvia and Cyprus. The scheme was eventually uncovered, leading to his arrest and extradition in 2017. Some updates. WordPress founder Automatic has issued an update last week. Jetpack is a hugely popular plugin developed by Automatic, offering anti-spam analytics and more. One of the flaws they have is in the contact form feature in Jetpack and dates back to 2016. It's a good reminder to update this and other plugins if you run a WordPress site. And the Internet Archive is still under attack. Apparently, the attackers who breached the system still have control over the site's emails and are sending out notes to anyone filling in a ticket with the archive. Why anyone would want to hack the archive that is already facing issues with copyright lawsuits and does not have money to pay any ransom is an absolute mystery. The site provides a valuable service to all of us. Hopefully, the archive will get through this as well. And the threat actor known as Golden Chickens has been observed conducting a spear phishing campaign targeting human resources employees with a backdoor called more_eggs. The campaign uses job-themed lures to trick HR personnel into downloading and executing malware under the guise of reviewing potential job candidates. The attack chain involves Golden Chickens contacting recruitment officers while posing as job applicants. Once trust is established, the target is directed to a remote website to download a resume. However, the downloaded file is a fake resume that installs the more_eggs backdoor upon execution. Now, the more_eggs backdoor may sound silly, but it's a malware as a service designed to harvest credentials, including those for banking, email, and IT-related accounts. As a malware as a service, it allows other threat actors to rent the malware and use its command and control infrastructure, typically maintained by the malware as a service operator, as part of the service. Human resources employees are frequent targets of such attacks since they often engage with external contacts. Cybersecurity awareness training and technical controls, such as automatic file scanning, can help mitigate these threats. Security firm Field Effect, who provide tools to check suspicious emails, reported on this and recommends scrutinizing job application invites and verifying the authenticity of senders before clicking links or opening attachments. And if you're wondering how large, sophisticated companies could fall for such scams, it's not as simple as some of the headlines make it sound. You might want to check out the show we did last weekend with my co-host David Shipley called Gone Fishin'. And that's our show for today. A reminder that I'll be at Sector this week, so our next show may be on Thursday, as I've got a bit of traveling to do. And if you're there on Tuesday, I'll be hosting a roast of AI with a great panel. Stop and say hi. Thanks to our sponsor, CDW, and the podcast KJ Burke's CDW Canada Tech Talks. Check it out if you get the chance. You can find it, like us, on Spotify, Apple, or at the CDW site. You can find links to reports and other details in our show notes at technewsday.com. We welcome your comments, tips, and even the occasional bit of constructive criticism at editorial@technewsday.ca. This has been Cybersecurity Today. I'm your host, Joe Jim Love. Thanks for listening.